Hi there, my name is Oluwatosin. I'm a psychologist and I will be discussing low self-esteem. Self-esteem refers to a person's overall sense of self-value. It is essentially your opinion about yourself, how you rate yourself, which range from sense of identity, self-confidence, self-consciousness, efficacy, assertiveness, feelings of belongings, and competence. When we are talking of low self-esteem, it is when somebody lacks confidence about who they are or what they stand for or what they can do. They often feel incompetent, unloved, or inadequate about themselves. People who struggle with low self-esteem are consistently afraid about making mistakes or letting other people down. Sometimes ago when I was in secondary school, there's this teacher, not like should I say I'm afraid of him or I don't know. So anytime I see him, I'm always afraid about him, or maybe because of what they've already pictured him to be. So there's this particular class that he's having with us. Then he pointed to me to answer a question. Not like I didn't know the question in my mind. I knew the answer, but there's this voice that is ringing in my head that, okay, if you say that question, you're just going to disgrace yourself. Then I just have to keep it to myself because I don't want my classmates to laugh about me. We were about 50 inside class that day, I can remember. So unfortunately, I couldn't answer the question. Then I remembered how my classmates started laughing at me. They were just, oh, I look like a dump, I look like a dullard, I look like I don't know book. So then he pointed to another student, and the student was actually able to answer the question, exactly the same answer that was on my mind. And ever since this day, like I don't want to talk to anybody in the class, and I started isolating myself. I don't want to see the teacher. Then it was later on, few years, I realized that, okay, I'm actually battling with low self-esteem. So this is what low self-esteem does to people, especially young people. Not valuing your own thoughts, feelings, opinions, interests, and goals could be associated with low self-esteem. Having low self-esteem can be detrimental to your mental health and affect your personal and professional relationship with others. An important factor of low self-esteem comes from your own mental state, your inner voice, or some thoughts in your head that could be constantly telling you that you are not good enough or worth anything, even if there is evidence to the contrary. Negative thinking is generally linked to low self-worth and low self-esteem. Like I told you the other time, especially when I was in my secondary school, like there was this voice that day that the teacher asked a question. There was this voice that was ringing, said, if you like disgrace yourself, if you say that thing that is inside your mind, everybody is going to laugh at you and your teacher is going to beat you. And this actually made me to keep the answer to myself, even though I was actually correct. Low self-esteem can reduce the quality of a person's life in many different ways. If you have negative feelings about yourself, self-criticism will bring anxiety, depression, and other mental health issues. You have problem in balancing your relationship, you tolerate all kinds of toxic acts in your relationship, or you tend not to control your anger or bully your partner in reinforcement to your self-esteem. You have fear of trying and judgment just because there is a voice in your subconscious mind telling you that you are not worthy or you are not enough, or you don't have some certain ability to carry out some things. Then you withdraw from trying it, or you withdraw from doing new things, or the fear that people will judge you if you do the wrong thing. You have this kind of low resilience. You may find it difficult to adjust or cope with even slight challenges of life. You may care so little that you neglect or abuse yourself. You don't even care about yourself. For instance, you begin to drink too much, you engage in some unhealthy habits. Another quality of what low self-esteem does to your life is it puts you at the risk of self-harm. For instance, you start eating the way you shouldn't be eating, then you start engaging yourself in drug abuse, and you may even have suicidal thoughts. How do you know you are battling with low self-esteem? Typically, if you have low self-esteem, you might feel you are too extremely critical about yourself, you ignore positive quality, you judge yourself, and you even judge others for not achieving something, and you compare yourself with others or your peers. You use negative words to describe yourself, such as stupid, I'm so fat, nobody likes me, I'm so ugly. You constantly have discussion with yourself. This is self-talk. They are always negative, critical, and self-blaming. You assume that luck plays a large role in your achievements and doesn't take the credit for them. You blame yourself when things go wrong instead of taking into account other things over which you have no control, such as the actions of situations like economic forces. That is to say, for instance, if there is a general economic meltdown in the country, then you might start feeling sense of irresponsibility to provide for some things or to meet your basic need, whereas it is not even your fault that there's economic meltdown in the country. You don't believe a person who compliments you. One other characteristic of low self-esteem is hostility. When you are battling with low self-esteem, becoming aggressive towards others is a defense mechanism. If you feel that you are about to be exposed or criticized, attacking whoever might criticize you might be a sign of low self-esteem. Although there are other characteristics of low self-esteem, but in our next video, we'll be talking on causes of low self-esteem. Do well to like, share, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Thank you guys. See you in my next video.